After years of my aunt humiliating my mom at every family party, Mom finally decided to get even, but her plan backfired in front of everyone. Part 2. For 3 weeks after Aunt Carol's birthday disaster, nobody spoke. The family group chat was a graveyard of unread messages and old memes. Mom pretended she didn't care. She'd say things like, "Peace is quiet, and I'm finally getting some." But every time her phone buzzed, she'd glance at it like she was hoping for an apology. Then came Grandma's retirement party, the first time everyone would be in the same room since the slideshow. Mom told me she wasn't going. She said, "I'm not walking into another ambush." But 2 hours before the party, she showed up in the kitchen in full makeup, muttering, "Someone has to keep things civilized." When we got there, you could feel the tension the second we walked in. Carol was across the room talking to Grandma, laughing way too loudly. Mom smiled, that tight, fake smile people use when they're seconds from exploding. Everything stayed civil until Grandma's speech. She thanked everyone for coming, hugged Carol, then looked straight at Mom and said, "You two are my biggest blessings, even when you forget it." The room clapped. Carol took that as her cue to raise a glass. She said, "Here's to family learning to forgive, and to everyone keeping their photos private this time." The crowd laughed. Mom did not. She leaned over to me and whispered, "You hear that? She's still taking shots." Before I could stop her, Mom stood up, grabbed the mic and said, "Since we're giving toasts, I'd like to make one too." Carol froze. Grandma sighed. "Oh no." Mom smiled sweetly. "To my sister, who taught me that confidence is just arrogance with better hair." Half the room gasped. Dad closed his eyes. Carol's smile vanished. She said through her teeth, "At least my confidence doesn't come from editing slideshows." Mom shot back, "No, yours comes from never thinking you're wrong." It went downhill fast. Overlapping voices, awkward laughter, the sound guy cutting the microphone. Grandma finally shouted, "Enough!" The entire room went silent. She looked at both of them and said, "If either of you say one more word, you're cleaning this whole hall by yourselves." They both sat down like scolded teenagers. The rest of the night was painfully quiet. People pretended nothing happened, but everyone knew. Mom and Carol avoided each other for the rest of the evening, two queens at war, sitting on opposite ends of the same family table. On the drive home, Mom said, "I didn't start it." I said, "You didn't have to finish it either." She didn't answer, just stared out the window, lipstick still perfect, pride completely cracked. And that's when it hit me. In our family, grudges age better than wine, and no one ever leaves the party without a story.